I'm telling you, it's good stuff. You know what else is good stuff?
What?
Local red wine. Let's bring in Eric Engelman. How's it going, buddy?
Real good, Chuck.
Lomac Winery in the house. How's it going?
It's going. It's getting busy.
Is it getting busy?
Yeah. You know, we got that after the holidays thing. January's a little slow. You know, everybody's geared up.
But you guys were so busy in December. You were
still
probably
working.
ready for a little slow.
Yeah, you know, well, we got to get out in the vineyard and do some work. You know, we're pruning and everything else in the vineyard, you know, right now. And now we're rolling right into, you know, we're 2 weeks away from the Fresno County Wine Journey.
You planting anything new this year?
I'm working on some maybe some French whites. You know,
Really?
I'm wanting to put out some Marsanne and a couple other little.
Because you've primarily been sticking in the reds, right?
Yeah, we're pretty red centric, but you know it's kind of my preference. But you know, I got to branch out and get something for somebody else's preferences too.
But knowing you, if you're going to go for a white, you're going to go for a white that you like.
I am. It's actually going to have some character and, you know, and some flavor.
Because I'm not a big white guy, but every once in a while I get like a real creamy with a nice finished Chardonnay. And I go, wow, that's really
absolutely. You know, there's a, you know, but we try to make something for everybody anyway. You know, when they come in the tasting room, you know, I do have 2 sweet wines that, you know, I'll drink a sweet wine, but it's just that's not my predominant.
I just don't feel like I can drink a lot of it.
I know,
you know
that's the thing. They're sipping wines. They really are sipping. You know, we have a late harvest Zinfandel. It comes in a 500 ml bottle because you're not going to sit down and drink through.
Because
that
it's
thing.
A little stronger too.
It
right?
is stronger. It's sweeter. You know, the thing's almost 17% alcohol, which is a lot for a wine. It's 16.8, and you know, it's a sipping after. You know, we call it dessert wine. That's really what it is.
What do you tell me about the wine thing, the tour thing going on?
The Fresno County Wine Journey is February 7th and 8th from 12 to 5 both days. If you bring your own wine glass, it's $10. You get a wristband at any of the wineries. You start at any of them, and you travel around to 12 wineries and 2 breweries over
for
those
$10.
For $10. And you sample all the wines. There's vendors, there's music, there's food vendors out there. It's a full-on wine festival.
Oh, Billy, do I see a designated driver position in your future?
We actually team up with Golden Eagle Charter, and you can buy a $25 ticket through them, and they'll take you around to 4 wineries.
But they might be moving a little faster than I like, you know, Eric.
Well, you know,
you've seen me at a wine tasting.
You can hop off at any winery and stay, you know, as long as you can ride home.
Next round of the bus, right? Now, your particular place, I got to tell you, it's quaint. I like it. It's neat.
You know, we're all of our wineries in this group. You know, they're all small family wineries. You know, if there's one paid employee outside of the family, that's something. But they're all kind of small, and we're all kind of. We try to get that real comforting, you know, approachable feeling, you know. It's a fun place. You know.
I've been asking around about you. I don't know if you know about this.
That's not good.
But I found out that what you told me is completely true. You told me that in the world, there's 3 top colleges in the world that are the winemaking colleges.
Absolutely.
And Fresno State is considered to be in the top 3?
By very, very many people in the industry.
By far?
By far, yeah. It's, you know, that there's the funny thing about the wine industry, there's the media marketing side of it, and that can have you know, that can be a little pompous once in a while and unapproachable, but there's the whole production side, the people who are actually growing the grapes and making the wines in the wineries. And by those people in the production standards, they look at the education level of people coming out of a program and what they're able to do and accomplish with their product.
What their wines
are
doing.
The guys out of Fresno State they're current. They were working on the most current research when they were in school a year ago. Now they're in the field, you know, bringing the most current processes to the wineries. It's really a great program.
I have a really good friend of mine. He's a sponsor of the Buzz. He owns the Mattress Land and Sleep Fit Centers.
Yeah.
He's a big wine guy.
Okay.
I gave him for Christmas. I gave him a bottle of your Lomac Pinot.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah, he's very impressed. But I'm looking across the desk right now, and you brought something different today. What did you bring?
This one's a Barbera, and Barbera is an Italian variety. Most of the Barbera production is used in Chianti. A Chianti is the Sangiovese and Barbera blend. And typically these things are they're really dark, very fruit forward wines. This particular one we kind of play with the style a little bit. It's a little on the lighter side, but it's got this little black pepper spiciness going on. So it's a lighter red, but people that are Cab Sauv fans really tend to like this one a whole lot. It's real fun. It's unique.
Is it blend?
No, this is a straight variety. It's a Barbera variety. Yeah.
And tell me about that grape.
That grape. It's been grown here in the valley for decades.
But in big amounts or small?
In big amounts, but like
They ship them out to other wineries?
What was happening was going in these big bulk wineries. It was going in their Chianti blend. So you never heard of the variety Barbera. You bought a Chianti. You didn't know you were buying Barbera.
Were they not getting this grape at its best?
That's really the traditional use, even in Italy. Barbera and Sangiovese are going to Chianti blends. Both of those varieties are well suited for the valley. They love.
What do
our
you do
climate.
different to this to make it
to this one? I actually pick it just a little earlier in the ripening process than most people would. But what that does, we can really play with the acid levels that come in with the grape juice, and acid levels in a wine can really affect which flavors are pronounced. So where we hit it, we get that sweet spot with that pepper.
So are you getting a lot of flavor out of the skin on this one?
Yeah, well, all the color and all those red wine flavors are extracted from the skin during fermentation. The juices are clear; they're just sugar sweet, and it's the fermentation with the skins in there that extracts all those colors and those flavors from the skins. So.
What's a barrel of wine look like after you drain out the wine? What's left over?
At the end, well, what we're using barrels for, one of them, there's the aging process, but there's also a settling process because you get these proteins that'll start binding in the wine, and they'll bind in and then they'll settle out to the bottom. We use that, almost as instead of a filtering or a rough filter for a while before we pre-filter.
Like a biological filter?
Yeah. You settle, you suck the clear stuff off top, you let it settle again.
We got to go, but Eric, before we do, how do they get out to Lomac?
Lomac, we're just 4 miles west of 99. You can go straight out 180 or Shaw Avenue to West Lawn Avenue, and we're between Shields and Clinton.
And what's your hours?
12 to 5 every Saturday and Sunday.
Eric Engelman, Lomac. Hey, we're going to take off. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. right here on KAIL.